So hi, I'm Joseph from IT2102, and today's video will answer the packet tracer activity in chapter 6 entitled Configure Initial Router Settings. So objectives: Part 1, verify the default router configuration. Part 2, configure the verify the initial router configuration. Part 3, save running configuration path. Background: in this activity, you will perform basic router configurations. You will secure access to CLI and console port using encrypted and plain text passwords. You will also configure messages for user logging into the router. This banner also warns unauthorized users that access is prohibited. Finally, you will be verify and save your running configuration. So let's proceed. So part 1, verify the default router configuration. Step 1, establish a console connection to R1. Choose a console cable from the available connection. So let's proceed. Console here, RS22, and then console. Click PCA and select the RS. So click R1 and select console. So we're already done that. So click PCA, desktop tab, terminal, PCA, and then the desktop tab, and then terminal. So click OK and press enter, and now you're able to configure R1. So okay. So enter privilege mode and examine the current configuration. You can access all the router commands from privilege exec mode. However, because many of the privilege commands configure operating parameters, privilege access should be password protected to prevent unauthorized use. So enter privilege exec mode by entering the enable command. So enter, so enable. So notice that the prompt change in the configuration to privilege exec mode to show run and config. Show run. So show run. So show run. So what is the router's host name? So its host name is router. So how many fast Ethernet interface does the router have? So it's 4. Yes, it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 4. So how many gigabit Ethernet does the router have? So it's gigabit. So it's 2. As you can see here, it's 2. How many serial interface does the router have? So it's 2, 2 also. So what is the range of values shown in the BTY line? So line BTY is 0 to 4. So display the current contents of NVRAM. So show startup config. Startup config is not present. What does the startup config is not present the message? So let's try that. So show startup config. So it's not present. Yeah. So it's not. So it displays this message because the configuration file was not saved to NVRAM. Currently, it is located in the RAM. So that's the problem about that. So that's saved to the NVRAM. So currently, it's only located in the RAM. So part 2. So let's proceed to the part 2. Configure the verify the initial router configuration. To configure parameters on the router, you may be required to move between various configuration modes. Notice how the prompt changes as you navigate through the router. So step 1, configure the initial settings. So if you have difficulty remembering the commands, refer to the content for this topic. The command is the same as you configure. So it's enable. So sorry. So host name R1. Oh no. Exit. Config terminal. Victim, yes. first name R1, and then so password is the console that means so password let me in. So we will exit Cisco. So we encrypted Cisco. So 04 submit me so run with the user. So password Cisco login exit and then enable secret. It's a secret. Then so service password and option and banner and OTD unauthorized access is strictly strictly strict strict strictly prohibited prohibited so verify niche by viewing the configuration for R1. What command do we use? So we'll use the so verify the niche viewing the configuration. So show run. So we'll use the command show run. So show run. So sorry, exit first. So show run. So you see the secret password is now encrypted. So and so you can see here. Yes. So exit the current console session until you see the following console. So press enter to get started. So exit again. Start to get started. So press enter. So yes. So you can see press enter. You should see the following message. So so we did that. So as you can see here, it's the same. Notarized access is prohibited. So we did it. So we did it right. Yes. Yes. So let's now proceed to the letter. Why should every router have a message of MQTT banner? So purpose of banner MQTT is to warn unauthorized users that access is prohibited, and only authorized users are the one who can access the switch, the PC, and the router and anything. So it is important to warn the unauthorized those person who want to hack or do something about the configuration. So if you are not prompted for a password, what console line command did you forget to? So you forgot the login command. So R1 config lines and then hashtag login. So Enter the password necessary to return the privilege exec. Why would the enable secret password allows access to the privilege exec mode and the enable password no longer be valid? So the enable password overrides the enable secret password overrides the enable password. So if both are configured on the router, you must enter the enable secret password to enter privilege exec mode. So that is exactly what's happened. So if you configure any more passwords on the router, are they displayed in the configuration files as plain text or encrypted form explained? So the service password encryption command encrypts all the current and future passwords. So that's the function of service password encryption command. We'll just encrypt all the future passwords that the authorized users will make change to the password. So yeah, that's all about the service password encryption. So now let's proceed to part 3. Save the configuration file to NVRAM. You have configured initial settings for R1. Now back up running configuration file to NVRAM to ensure the made so to rebooted and losses power. So what command did you enter to save the configuration file? So let's save it. So we will use the command copy running config and start at config. So it will save it to the environment. So let's try that. So it's let me enable then it's a secret. Okay, so let's copy running config start config. So yeah, building configuration file. So what is the shorted ambiguous version of this command? So show rs, copy rs rather, copy rs. Yeah. Which command displays the contents of the NVRAM? So show startup configuration or show start. So let's try that. So show start. Yeah, it shows. So verify that the all parameters configure record. If not, analyze the output and determine which commands were not done or were entered incorrectly. You can also click check results in the instruction window. So now let's proceed to the step 2, optional bonus save the startup configuration file. Although you will be learning more about managing the flash storage in router in later chapters, you may be interested to know that as an added backup procedure, you can save your startup configuration file to flash. By default, the router will still load the startup configuration from NVRAM. But if NVRAM becomes corrupt, you can restore the startup configuration by copying it over from flash. So complete the complete steps to save the startup configuration. So examine the content of flash using the show flash command. So show flash. So let's proceed. So how many files are currently stored in flash? So just 3 files, as you can see, 3, 1, 2, 1, and C1, 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 C1 universal LK M mz.spa.151 -4.m4b. So which of these files would you guess that is the iOS message image? So as I thought that it's the file number 3. So it is the iOS image. So what do you think this file is, the iOS image? So yeah, it's the so answers may vary, but two clues are the file length compared to the others, and that bin at the end of the file name. So that's it. So that's why I think that this file is the iOS image. Answers may vary, but the clues are followed. Save the startup configuration file to flash using the following command. So let's copy startup config flash. Yes, so it's okay. So router prompts to store the file flash using the name in brackets. If the answer is yes, press enter. If not, type an appropriate name and press enter. Use the show flash command to verify the startup configuration file is now stored on flash. And yes, so that's it. So yeah, we're done. So that's how to configure initial router settings. So just follow the steps, and so that's all about Packet Tracer configure initial router settings. So thanks for watching, and until next time.